These are the days I'm glad the Eagles have Howie Roseman. Dallas still stinks. Yo, my do-way kick Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hacking it down. There is days that you just sit back and you say, thank God for the little guy. Thank God for the little guy, because we don't have to deal with the crap that other teams have to deal with. It's just plain and simple. Look what the Dallas Cowboys are doing to Mark Holmes. They are about to put him into the funny farm because the Dallas Cowboys are about to have major holdouts. We don't get those problems thanks to Howie Roseman, thanks to the little guy. Now, before we get into all this, if you're new to the channel, you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. If you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to thank you so much for all the support you give to me. It truly, truly means a lot. Now, before I start this video, I gotta say, I came home at lunchtime to do this video, got everything set up, and I went to turn my computer on, and it's not turning on. I cannot get this thing on. It's fully charged. It's been charging all night, all morning, and it will not turn on. If anybody knows why this is happening, please tell me, because the last thing I want to do is have to go buy a whole new computer. It's not really what I want to do, but I have no idea how I'm going to upload this. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this. I have no idea how I'm going to do a thumbnail. Everything I do is on my computer, so it's crazy. So anyways, you don't want to hear my problems, but I have no idea. And if looks like I'm reading on a little iPad here, it's because my computer is not working. Now, another day, no Kelly green jerseys. We are still waiting. Obviously, the Eagles are waiting till they get to the last team to do anything, right? Obviously, they're saving the best for last. It has to be the key, right? Because today, we learned the Seattle Seahawks, they're releasing their new jerseys. Gotta tell you, I actually think their throwback jerseys look way better than their current jerseys. This looks tremendous to me. No doubt about it. I'm looking at it like this. So this looks great. I actually like their jerseys. And we're also hearing that the Titans on the 23rd are going to be releasing special throwbacks. I'm guessing they're coming out with the Edmonton Oilers jerseys, which will be really, really cool. So it's going to be very interesting. It really is. Now, a couple days ago, we talked about Kelee, what's his name? Kelee Ringo. That's what they said. It's Kelee Ringo. Kelee Ringo. So a few days ago, we talked about Kelee Ringo. And we talked about where the Eagles are going to use him. The possibilities that he may be going to safety or something like that. A lot of the scouts coming out of the draft predicted that he would be actually a better safety than he would a corner in the NFL. And shout out to my man, Joe Castro. Today, he is the man, but he posted this. Being told that the Pound Eagles have very high hopes for Kelee Ringo. A position switch is something both sides are open to. No one wants this to be a redshirt year. Expect Kelee Ringo to find a role in the defense Pound Fly Eagles fly. Now, I wonder if he knows he's going to safety, and I wonder if maybe that had something to do with him working out with Buda Baker. You know, maybe just to go there, pick his mind, work out with him, that kind of thing. Kind of interesting. Could be very interesting. But I think any way you can get Kelee Ringo on the field and utilize him, I think you have to do it. You definitely have to do it. Now, speaking of something that you have to do, you know, a real Derek Gunn, at real Derek Gunn, the other day, he was talking on Jacob Sports Media, shout out to them, but he was talking about Nick Sirianni, and I thought it was really interesting what he said. This is basically what he said. He said, if knowing Howie Roseman the way I do, I would think that would be a priority after getting Jalen Hurts' deal done. I say the contract year is done before the season starts. Now, who are we talking about here? Who is he talking about? At real Derek Gunn on Nick Sirianni's contract extension, because the Eagles may be looking to extend Nick Sirianni, and I'm all for it. I think if you look at what Nick Sirianni has done, my cannoli-eating coach, my cannoli-eating friend, throwing them cannoli stars, I think if you look what he's done the first 2 years, he's taken the Eagles to the Super Bowl. He's done a tremendous job. Not just in year 2 did he do a tremendous job, but also in year 1. I think he doesn't get enough credit for what he did in year 1. When that team came out and was not able to throw the ball and move the ball in the air the way they wanted, they had no problem changing their entire offense to fit what worked best for them. Anything to win. And that's what I really like about Nick Sirianni. I really like him as a head coach, and I think he deserves a contract extension. Here's something that was posted. The Philadelphia Eagles love to get franchise cornerstones locked up to long-term deals before market explodes. With Jalen Hurts inked to a 5-year contract extension, all eyes turn to head coach Nick Sirianni as he enters the 3rd season at the helm. The Eagles are probably going to want to get a deal done soon. Sirianni was given a 5-year contract with $30 to $35 million via NBC Sports Boston in 2021, which pays him roughly about $6 to $7 million per year. Those numbers keep the one-time offensive coordinator squarely out of the top 10 highest paid coaches. So Nick Sirianni's not even a top 10 highest paid coach in the league. Should he deserve to be? Yeah, I think he's done enough to be a top 10 coach. So I think that Derek Gunn's probably onto something. I think that the Eagles are probably going to look to extend Nick Sirianni sometime either before the season starts or during the season, and it's something I think that you totally need to do. And the Eagles should definitely jump on that train. Definitely extend him if you can. I would not wait. You got to extend him if given the opportunity. He's a good coach. He's a young coach. And if you look at what he's done in the last 2 years, he has proven his worth. And I kind of like him. I know he's a little goofy and he makes stupid faces on the camera after a touchdown in the end, like in a championship game or in the playoffs against the Giants. I love that kind of stuff. I kind of like him. I think he's kind of got an attitude. I kind of like it. And I also consider him the Howie Roseman whisperer. That's right, the Howie Roseman whisperer. See, Nick Sirianni, and I said this before they drafted Devontae Smith. Everybody was like, Philly, they're crazy. They'll never draft a wide receiver with one of their top 10 picks the year Devontae Smith was coming out. I said, they're going to, because you can tell by the way Nick Sirianni talks about Howie Roseman and speaks to him that he knows how to deal with him. See, you can't come at Howie Roseman and say, hey, Howie, I want this to be done. I want that to be done. Howie don't play like that. But if you do, if you have Inception, right? You've seen the movie Inception. If you plant the seed in Howie Roseman's mind, if you plant the seed, then Howie Roseman thinks he's making the decision. He came up with it. He'll do it. That's what Nick Sirianni did. Before the draft, all leading up, all he was talking about was the receivers this. He's looking at receivers. Howie Roseman's like, I go in and I see Nick and he's studying wide receivers. And Nick Sirianni was planting seeds for Devontae Smith and Howie Roseman. So they get along perfect. They work out perfect. You got to keep the guy. There's no question about it. You got to keep Nick Sirianni, and you got to sign him to extension. I say, let's get it done. Let's get it done and not be like the stinking Dallas Cowboys. I saw Mark Holmes had I think he only had one video up today. The guy is almost in utter panic mode. Why? Because the Cowboys got trouble brewing for the Cowboys. Cowboys 6-time All-Pro guard and team captain Zach Martin, should be Zach Martian, but Zach Martin is considering not reporting to training camp due to his unhappiness with his contract and the team's lack of interest in restructuring it, per source. Martin believes he is woefully underpaid relative to the market. Martin is scheduled to make about $7 million less this season than the NFL's top paid guards. And, the Cowboys have problems. I did a video the other day, and I was talking about how the Eagles' window is really opening, and the Cowboys' window is really closing. And people kind of, especially Cowboys fans, they kind of laughed it off, ha, 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 ha. But it's true, because you got Martin, who wants more money now, so they're going to have to work something out with him. Then you have to do something about Dak Prescott's contract. Then when you look at all the Cowboys free agents last year. They tried to make fun of all the players and people that we lost this year. Look what the Cowboys are about to lose this year. Cowboys free agents next offseason: Trevon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, Tyron Smith, Terrence Steele, Tyler Badash, Jaron Kearse, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, and Malik Hooker. That's a lot of players. And they say, and they're going to have to restructure Dak too. Can't pay everyone. You absolutely can't pay everyone. The Cowboys they're really in the last year of their window. And then they're in big trouble because they're going to lose probably half those guys. And they're going to have to figure it out. They won't be able to keep Diggs and Gilmore both. They probably won't be able to keep Tyron Smith and give Zach Martin a new contract. You can say goodbye to Malik Hooker. They're in trouble. The Dallas Cowboys are really, their window is really closing. The Eagles already went through this last year, this past offseason rather. We went through this and we came out smelling like roses. Let's see the Cowboys go through all this that they're going to have to this offseason. Let's see if they could come out and have Jalen Carter keep James Bradbury. Let's see if they even have the capacity to do what Howie Roseman did, because I don't think they can. I think the Eagles are running circles around them. Eagles report on the 25th. That's Wednesday. That's 1 week from today. And guess what? The Eagles aren't going to have these problems with holdouts. Saquon Barkley, he's planning on holding out in training camp. Zach Martin, he may be holding out. Things look great for the Eagles. And on days like this, when my damn computer isn't, besides my computer not working, there are days like this, you just got to love it. Because Howie Roseman is running the show, and we don't have to worry about any of this crap. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't. This thing will not turn on. Look at this. Just will not turn on. I don't know what is going on with this thing. I've done everything. I've plugged it in several different places. What is going on with this thing? I don't understand what happened. Did we get hit with like an EMP or something? That's what I'm thinking. Because now it's like fried. It's like dead. This sucks. So I apologize if I have no thumbnail today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like this computer's dead. Denzel Washington out.